Have you ever questioned why the world feels so broken, yet so captivating? What if this wasn't an accident, but a carefully orchestrated trap? Ancient Gnostic texts tell us a story banned by the Church for centuries, a story that claims the earth is not a divine gift, but a prison designed to trap souls in ignorance. As we unravel this mystery, prepare to see the world in a way you've never imagined before. Welcome back, my returning subscribers. If you're new here, please kindly hit the subscribe button and join our journey into the hidden truths of humanity. And let us know in the comments section where you're watching from. The story begins with the discovery of the Nag Hammadi scriptures, an accidental find in 1945 that forever changed our understanding of early Christianity. Among these texts was a work titled On the Origin of the World, a document that turns conventional creation stories upside down. This text describes a flawed creator known as Yaldabaoth, who, unlike the benevolent god of Genesis, rules through deception and control. What's even more shocking, it claims this entire world is a construct designed to trap divine souls, blinding them to their true origin. The Nag Hammadi library, hidden for nearly 2 millennia, was discovered by farmers near a small Egyptian village. The codices they unearthed revealed a treasure trove of spiritual writings that had been suppressed by early church authorities. But why were these texts deemed so dangerous? The answer lies in their radical reinterpretation of creation and the nature of God. They paint a picture of a cosmic battle between light and darkness, with humanity caught in the middle. These texts challenge the notion of a singular, benevolent God. Instead, they describe a hierarchy of spiritual beings, with Sophia, the divine embodiment of wisdom, creating Yaldabaoth by accident. This being, filled with arrogance, declares himself the sole deity and creates the material world to imprison fragments of divine light. His goal? To keep humanity distracted, confused, and eternally trapped in a cycle of birth and death. Yaldabaoth, the flawed creator, stands at the center of the Gnostic creation narrative. Described as having the face of a lion and the body of a serpent, he is a being born from ignorance and arrogance. After his accidental creation by Sophia, Yaldabaoth is cast out from the divine realm, left to his own devices in a void. Believing himself to be the only power in existence, he arrogantly proclaims, "I am God, and there is no other beside me." Isaiah 45 echoes this declaration, but Gnostic texts reveal a much darker context. In his delusion, Yaldabaoth creates the material world as a domain to rule, a construct that mirrors his own chaotic and limited nature. The souls of humanity, divine sparks of light stolen from Sophia, are embedded into physical bodies, anchoring them to this flawed realm. Humanity's ignorance of its true origin is no accident. Yaldabaoth and his assistants, the Archons, systematically blind humans to their divine essence, keeping them enslaved through desires, fears, and distractions. The Archons are Yaldabaoth's enforcers, cosmic entities tasked with maintaining control over the material world. These beings manipulate humanity through systems of power, religion, and culture, ensuring that souls remain focused on the physical and unaware of their spiritual imprisonment. According to On the Origin of the World, the Archons thrive on humanity's ignorance, feeding off the chaotic energy generated by suffering, fear, and conflict. This system isn't limited to overt oppression. It operates subtly through the structures we live by. From societal hierarchies to personal insecurities, the Archons weave a web of control that keeps humanity bound to the material realm. The Gnostics warned that even religious institutions were tools of the Archons, diverting humanity's focus away from self-knowledge and toward external rituals and obedience. This revelation was one of the reasons Gnostic texts were deemed heretical and violently suppressed. For Gnostics, the human body itself is part of the trap. Yaldabaoth and the Archons designed it to anchor divine souls to the material world, using physical needs and desires as chains. Hunger, pain, pleasure, and fear keep us preoccupied with survival and disconnected from the divine spark within. Even our emotions, anger, jealousy, and longing, are tools used to maintain control. This perspective challenges conventional religious views that see the body as a sacred creation. Instead, the Gnostics saw it as a prison, carefully crafted to distract and confine. The body's demands for sustenance and satisfaction create a cycle of endless striving, leaving little room for introspection or spiritual awakening. As long as we remain focused on fulfilling these needs, the Archons' trap remains intact. One of Yaldabaoth's most cunning acts was stealing humanity's knowledge of its divine origin. According to the Gnostics, when souls entered the material world, they were stripped of gnosis, the profound inner knowing of their connection to the divine. This amnesia left humanity vulnerable, searching for meaning in external things rather than turning inward. Genesis 3:22 hints at this loss of knowledge. Behold, man has become like one of us, knowing good and evil. But the Gnostics argue that the expulsion from Eden wasn't a punishment. It was part of Yaldabaoth's plan to keep humanity ignorant and obedient. By severing humanity's connection to divine wisdom, Yaldabaoth ensured that souls would remain trapped in the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. The early church viewed Gnostic teachings as a direct threat to its authority. Texts like On the Origin of the World were declared heretical and systematically eradicated. Gnostic communities were persecuted, their writings burned, and their leaders silenced. The Church sought to establish a unified doctrine that reinforced the idea of a singular, benevolent Creator and humanity's dependence on external salvation. This suppression wasn't merely theological, it was deeply political. By controlling the narrative of creation and salvation, the Church solidified its role as the sole intermediary between humanity and the divine. The Gnostics' message of self-empowerment and direct connection to the divine challenged this structure, making their teachings dangerous to those in power. In Gnostic teachings, Jesus is not the savior of the physical world, but the revealer of hidden knowledge. He descends from the divine realm not to die for humanity's sins, but to awaken souls to their true nature. His mission was to teach gnosis, the self-awareness that breaks the chains of ignorance and liberates souls from the material trap. The Gnostic Gospel of Thomas captures this perspective. The kingdom of God is within you and all around you. Split a piece of wood, and I am there. Lift a stone, and you will find me. This teaching emphasizes the inner journey, urging humanity to seek truth within, rather than relying on external authorities. The Gnostics believed that liberation from the material trap begins with self-awareness. By recognizing the illusions imposed by Yaldabaoth and the Archons, souls can begin to reclaim their divine knowledge. Practices like meditation, introspection, and questioning societal norms are tools to peel back the layers of deception and reconnect with the divine spark. This path is not easy. It requires breaking free from deeply ingrained beliefs and attachments, a process that can be painful and disorienting. But for the Gnostics, this journey was the ultimate purpose of life, a return to the divine fullness from which humanity originated. The Gnostic message is as relevant today as it was centuries ago. In a world dominated by materialism, consumerism, and external validation, the call to turn inward and seek deeper truths is more urgent than ever. The distractions of modern life, technology, social media, and relentless pursuit of success mirror the Archons' tactics, keeping humanity focused on the superficial. By revisiting these ancient teachings, we can begin to question the structures that shape our lives and rediscover the profound truth that lies within. The journey toward liberation is not just an individual quest, but a collective awakening that has the power to transform the world. The material world offers the illusion of freedom, but according to Gnostic teachings, this freedom is a carefully designed construct. Yaldabaoth and the Archons use worldly desires and attachments to keep humanity bound to the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. We are given just enough choice to feel in control, but the system ensures that we remain focused on external pursuits, wealth, status, and pleasure, rather than seeking spiritual liberation. This illusion extends to every aspect of life. Even moments of joy and success, while fulfilling in the short term, often leave a lingering sense of emptiness. Gnostics believed this dissatisfaction is a reminder of our true nature, calling us to seek something deeper. However, the distractions of the physical world keep most people from recognizing this call. The constant chase for external fulfillment blinds us to the divine spark within. One of the most significant aspects of the Gnostic worldview is the idea of the cycle of rebirth. Souls trapped in the material realm are forced to reincarnate repeatedly, each life presenting new challenges and distractions that prevent spiritual awakening. This endless cycle, known as samsara in other spiritual traditions, serves to perpetuate Yaldabaoth's control over humanity. This cycle is fueled by karma, actions driven by ignorance and attachment that bind souls to the material plane. The Archons ensure that these karmic bonds remain unbroken, manipulating circumstances to keep humanity caught in the web of cause and effect. Breaking free from this cycle requires not only self-awareness, but a complete detachment from the desires and fears that anchor us to the material world. In contrast to mainstream Christian theology, Gnostics did not see salvation as something granted by an external deity. Instead, they believed it was a personal process of awakening to one's true nature. Salvation, in the Gnostic sense, is not about escaping punishment or earning reward. It is about breaking free from ignorance and reclaiming the divine knowledge that has been hidden from us. This inner transformation is achieved through gnosis, a direct, experiential understanding of the divine. The Gospel of Mary Magdalene emphasizes this personal connection. Do not weep, do not grieve, nor be irresolute, for his grace will be with you all and will protect you. Rather, let us praise his greatness, for he has prepared us and made us into men. This underscores the belief that salvation is an act of self-realization rather than submission to external authority. Sophia, the divine embodiment of wisdom, plays a critical role in the Gnostic narrative. Although her actions led to the creation of Yaldabaoth, she also provides humanity with the tools for liberation. Her essence remains present in the world as a guiding force, calling souls to remember their origin and seek the truth. Sophia's presence is seen in moments of insight and inspiration, the sudden realizations that cut through the noise of daily life and remind us of a greater reality. These moments are not random, they are glimpses of the divine fullness, or pleroma, that lies beyond the material world. By attuning to these signs, humanity can begin the journey back to the source. The Gospel of Thomas, one of the most well-known Gnostic texts, provides a roadmap for spiritual awakening. Unlike the canonical Gospels, it focuses on Jesus' teachings about self-knowledge and inner transformation. One of its most famous verses states, "When you know yourselves, then you will be known, and you will understand that you are children of the living Father." This teaching emphasizes the importance of looking within to find truth. The Gnostics believed that the answers to life's greatest questions could not be found in external rituals or doctrines, but in the quiet depths of the soul. By following this path, individuals can break free from the illusions of the material world and reconnect with their divine essence. The Church's efforts to suppress Gnostic teachings were both systematic and brutal. By labeling these ideas as heretical, religious authorities sought to discredit and erase them from history. Councils such as the First Council of Nicaea codified Orthodox beliefs, leaving no room for alternative perspectives. This suppression was not just theological, it was a form of control. The Church's power depended on its role as the intermediary between humanity and the divine. Gnostic teachings, which emphasized direct connection to the divine, undermined this authority and threatened to destabilize the structures of power that had been carefully built. Though the concept of Archons originates in ancient texts, their influence can be seen in modern systems of control. From societal norms to media manipulation, the distractions of contemporary life serve the same purpose as the Archons of Gnostic thought, keeping humanity focused on the external and disconnected from the internal. The endless pursuit of wealth, success, and validation mirrors the illusions described in On the Origin of the World. By recognizing these patterns and questioning their origins, individuals can begin to see through the veils of deception that have been placed over their lives. The path to liberation begins with awareness. Practices like meditation, mindfulness, and contemplation help individuals quiet the distractions of the material world and turn inward. The Gnostics also emphasize the importance of questioning everything: societal norms, religious doctrines, and even one's own beliefs. By cultivating this inner awareness, individuals can begin to access the gnosis that lies within. This process is not about rejecting the material world, but about seeing it for what it truly is, a temporary construct that serves as a stepping stone to a higher reality. While the journey to gnosis is deeply personal, it is also supported by community. Gnostic groups often gathered to share insights, support one another, and challenge the dominant narratives of their time. These communities provided a space for individuals to explore alternative perspectives and deepen their understanding of the divine. In modern times, similar communities can be found among seekers of spiritual truth. By connecting with others who are on the same path, individuals can find encouragement and inspiration to continue their journey. As we conclude this journey through Gnostic teachings, the question remains, what will you do with this knowledge? The Gnostics believed that awakening is not just a personal responsibility, but a collective act of liberation. By reclaiming our divine essence and breaking free from the illusions of the material world, we can create a reality rooted in truth and connection. Thank you for staying with us on this exploration of hidden truths and ancient wisdom. If you found this video insightful, please like, share, and comment below. Let us know where you're watching from, and don't forget to subscribe as we continue to uncover the mysteries of existence together.